this, 6 out this. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Hey, Haley. Hey, Wish. What's up, Maduz? What's up, Midlife Simmer? What's up, Mary Ivan? Hey, Lucy. Hey, Roxanne. How you guys doing today? You like the music? I'm glad. It's a concentration mix. What's up, D? Good to see you here. Hey, Samina. Good to meet you. Hey, Blue Jay. What's up, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗓? What's up, Alvin? Good to see you. Happy Monday or Tuesday, depending on what part of the world you are in. How you guys doing? Let's see. Flip over to right here. That was our beginning point. Yeah. Oh, I literally forgot to get my cards. So I need to get those. Uno momento. Alright. Got the cards. Pulled out my Marvel tarot deck. And then, of course, our handy dandy Boxer's Oracle. How you doing? Alright, put this over here. And we can put this over here more. Hey, what's up, Bunt Sagey? Good to see you. We'll give it one more good minute and let everybody get a chance to get in here. What's up, Bo? Good to see you too. Right. And there's over there too. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Sonic. What's up? Thank you all for joining the live today. Ugh. Whoa. Whoops. What's up, Hookworm? What's up, One Love? All week for this. Awesome. Okay, so we left off with last live. We had 1, 2, 3 people who super chatted that we'll start with today. But of course, while we give the time to allow the first cluster of super chatters to form, we're going to give a bunch of free people readings. So let's go ahead and explain the rules of the stream. My YouTube live specifically, you have 3 options, okay? Everything I'm about to say is also, if you click on your screen and you look up the description, or the description of the live will pull up, everything I'm about to say is in there as well. So we're going to just go ahead and tell you, and then if you need a refresher, you can look up in there, okay? The first option is completely free. If you're somebody that I completely understand, if you're in a position in your life where you can't super chat, you can't subscribe, become a member, etc., I completely understand that. So do not feel pressured, okay? To do any other form of those exchanges. If you're here for the free reading, I'm going to need you to do 3 things for me, okay? I need you to comment your name. I need you to comment a yes-no format question. And then I need you to give me your zodiac sign. Yes-no format questions make it to where I can give as many people readings as fast but still efficiently as I can to get as many people answers. No. So if I am asking for a yes-no question, and I see that certain people are in here who are for the free readings, and they're putting general, tell me what I need to hear. With peace and love, you're not going to get your answer. If you want your answer, I need you to follow those 3 things for me. They're simple, okay? I need a yes-no question, I need your name, and I need your zodiac. If you don't put your zodiac, I'm going to continue to look for somebody else. That helps me defer more to what part of my collectives you're in, and also other people that are part of your collectives here that can resonate with your messages will get double confirmation by knowing they're the same zodiac sign as you. All right. The next option, which is the super chatters. Okay. Super chatting is completely optional. But if you super chat, you are guaranteed your answer in this stream until I do the cutoff, which is normally only about the last 10 minutes of the live. I have a grid that I made for the super chatters, okay, to follow a format. If you click on the description, you're going to see it pop up. Here is a basic example. If you choose to donate $1, I'm going to promise a certain amount of cards and a certain amount of minutes for an energy exchange, okay? When I say energy exchange, everything in life is a transfer. Communication, knowledge, time, effort, and money. And we have to do the balance of everything, okay? So, for the amount of that energy you're giving me, I'm going to guarantee a certain amount of cards and time frame. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, people who join the membership team. If you join the membership team, I will go ahead and give you a general card pool as a thank you and a welcome into the team. I get a notification when people join. Other than that, that's what we got. You need a refresher on anything I just stated, please make sure to click on the description of this live, okay? So let's go ahead now and let the first group of super chatters formulate, and let's answer the 3 people from our last live, okay? So we started with, I am Nicole, and you are an Aquarius, okay? You just wanted a general pool. You were just wanting a general pool. Okay. All right, right now you feel like you're stagnant in life. You're like, man, I'm doing everything I can. I'm working as hard as I can. I'm being understanding. Why does it seem like Spirit's not giving me a break? I understand completely the position you're in, but Spirit's wanting you to know this is all a divine intervention, okay? There is stepping stones that you're doing here. Okay, the next level of financial comfort you're going to receive, Spirit needed you to have a moment of being humble to remember where you came from, to remember your worth has nothing to do with the dollar amount in your bank account. It's simply part of this existence. You want to leave something for your family. You want to have a good life. You have to care about the balance of all these things, but never let it consume. Okay, this is a time Spirit's been reminding you of that. Spirit's letting you know that you're in my June, July collective about that turnaround, that sun energy that I've been seeing, okay? So you're doing phenomenal. All right. So let's go ahead, get our pen. All right, good stuff there. All right, William Smith. So you asked how your pro fight was going to go on Saturday. So we already know how it went. Well, you do. I don't know yet. And let's go ahead and give you confirmation on if you lost or if you won, how the reason behind it all. Okay? I do remember feeling that you have been practicing. You've been training truly according to this. Okay. So, there could have been, right at the last moment, you kind of felt, right before you were going into the ring, you could have felt a sense of pressure wash over you. It wasn't really, I'm hearing you didn't have to hold resilience in this fight. You were much more prepared for it than you realized. You could tell the minute you got into the ring with him, he is not nowhere near as mentally focused as you are. He may have had, like, what I'm hearing is, and you might have felt a lot of pressure to go against this person because maybe they haven't lost a match, or there's something about them being like a heavy hitter, etc. But something about their energy was off. You got into that ring with them and you're like, this is going to be easy. And even though, you know, it's a competition and you did what you have to do to win, I feel that after you were still thinking about it, I'm like, man, I know who's going through something. I can't, you know, you're a spiritual person. You're not just one thing. You're not just traditional, etc. You put yourself into all energy, and you actually feel that, you know what, this guy, something about him needed a reality check, to be honest. And I think you gave him that. I'm seeing that you were more than prepared, but not just physically, mentally. This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay? We're not saying that you won't lose a fight in the future, etc. That'd be phenomenal if you go your whole career without losing a fight, but it's not the point. It's not the point. We will go through ups and downs, and whoever this person is, really, it really does seem, I'm going to go into somebody else, but it does seem like they needed a reality check. They thought they could have gone into it thinking that it was just going to be another round that was really easy for them, but I'm hearing their law of attraction, their exchange. They were not receiving the correct guidance from a coach or etc. They could have fired somebody because they got kind of like a big cocky head, and they were like, I could just do this myself, and it turned out they couldn't. All right, so you did win the fight, but it was more than just the physical fight. This is beautiful. For being here. Please make sure you guys are subscribed as well. The subscribing is completely free. It's called memberships for the other side of TikTok. Subscribing is free. Memberships are when you choose to do more of that exchange. But if you're here and I'm helping you, please make sure you're liking, sharing the live, and that you are subscribed to me. I appreciate it. All right, now let's go on to armor, Virgo. The armor, the mental armor. Okay. You're Jeremy Will. You wanted to know if you are going to be, okay, Amore, you're a Virgo, and Jeremy is the man's name. And you wanted to know, will you two be together? Were you and Jeremy going to be together? Let's see. All right, so remember, I'm always here for you. Amore, it feels like this person is not your soul time, okay? There was a mysterious energy. It was exciting. It was for a moment, but you have been receiving telepathic connections that you and this person probably won't see each other again. And it's something that's out of your control. It's nothing you did. It looks like this person is blocking a lot of inner self-work. You became vulnerable. You had been talking for a while and you got to that place where you're like, you know what, if we're going to continue to do this, I'm not expecting anything of you, but I'm going to start letting you know a little bit more about me and what I've been through and see if we can go to those next steps. And my friend, it looks like this person admired your strength to talk. Absolutely does not have a judgment for whatever you told them, but realized, I don't think this is for me because I'm not ready for something that serious. I'm not ready for the inner reflection I'm going to have to do to be with this person. And Spirit wants you to know, sometimes closure is not even saying anything to them. Sometimes it's trusting your telepathic connection and knowing, hey, I've tried, and if they want to respond, you know, phones are two ways. You can at least give somebody the clarification that, hey, I'm not in the right headspace. I'm really not sure how I feel about a lot of things anymore. I don't want you to take it personal, but I just know right now I'm not going to be able to give you what you're deserving of. I want you to know that, like, in the future, if I'm in a better place and you're not with somebody, you know, maybe there could be the potential. I don't want to shy that away, but right now I know I can't. Some people don't have the strength to do that, but you're telepathically, you know it. Spirit's letting you know to go ahead and not chase this connection, okay? All right, so that was it for the last group of super chatters from last stream. What we're going to do now is go ahead and start formulating our first group here. But of course, before we dive into the first group, we're going to make sure that... yeah, I can use this one. This is fine. We're going to make sure that we do a bunch of free people, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and put this over here for now. And so I can scoot this back over to start writing down some names. All right. Let's see. Right. Filter that out. All right, Blue Jay, the Blue Jay, you are number 1 in our first group of super chatters. Please make sure to listen out to your number. I will say your name and your number. And then throughout the super chatters, pay attention to what number I'm calling because it will let you know when it is your turn. Okay? So number 1, the Blue Jay. Number 2, Mitchie, and thank you for becoming a member. We'll definitely get you that poll. And also, guys, everybody here who are members and anybody who are teeter-tottering on it, right before I got on this live, I uploaded 3 new videos. And about 4 days ago, I uploaded 2 videos to the membership team. So if you join right now, you're going to have a bunch of new videos to also look at right after you get off this live with me. Okay, so number 3, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, you are number 3. Got you. Okay. Now, Vickers, you are number 4. Right. Number 5. Let's scroll down. All right, number 5 is Snowy White. All right, perfect. So you're number 5. And it looks like so far that's all the new members and super chatters we have. So we'll go ahead and bookmark and start doing some free people. We'll probably do about 30, I would say 30, 40 minutes of free people while we group that first super chatters. Okay, let me take a drink as well. All right. All right. Scroll up and start with some people. Remember, guys, if you're here for the free readings that we're about to do for about 30 to 40 minutes, I need you to put your name, yes, no question, and zodiac sign. Right. Okay. Samina, you're an Aquarius. You would like to know, does your person miss you or think about you? You guys are in a no contact situation. All right. Does this person think about you? Do they miss you? They do miss you. Okay, but there is definitely this headspace within them where they're like, I need to be guided. I can't be a masculine for somebody. I can't dive deep into another connection when I don't even know myself. I see this person has rerouted their life. They're going through a big ego death. Okay, they do miss you. And I hear that they talk to Source about you. Whether that means the spirit, however form of religion, whatever that is. Source is all the same. Depending on where you grew up, etc., it's different names. But at the end of the day, Source is the same energy. And they have prayed to their God about this dynamic. It looks like this individual, their mind isn't in this state of, I'll never see you again, or I don't want to talk to you. It's like it's a back burner thing. They're not even sure what they want to do with their life, is what I'm hearing. So they do miss you. You have to remember, a lot of times, separation is not just because that person wants nothing to do with you. A lot of times, it's actually nothing to do with that. It's part of the process. All right. All right, Kira, you're a Pisces, and you would like to know, are you going to get a better job? Are you going to get a better job? Are you going to get a better job? Okay. You're going to have decision. You're going to have 2 decisions, right? So you kind of been teeter-tottering maybe on going back to a different job that you've worked at before. But in the beginning, you were very excited in this job, and it very fast took your energy. I feel like there was bad leadership. You were good at what you did. But there was always this lingering energy. It's like when a certain person was in the office or, etc., wherever you worked. This whole tension, this whole energy, everybody's like, oh, this whole day is going to be like this unspoken tension between everybody. And what I'm hearing is since you've left, that person's left. Their karma caught up to them, and I'm feeling that they either got moved to a totally different store, office, etc. And the thing is, the money was good at that job. It's unfortunate that boss, it's true. Bosses, managers make or break a business. You don't respect your people, they're going to hit a point where they say, screw this. I'm picking me. I'm hearing that you're going to have two options, okay? You're going to hear that you could go back to a job that you were pretty happy at, but you're afraid is going back to this job like going backwards. Because sometimes going back to a job, it's just there was a divine intervention and you were able to learn other things. And for some people, it is going backwards. Your specific dynamic, it doesn't feel like it would be going backwards, but understand you have other opportunities as well. The job you're currently in, it's either something about it's about to come to a close. It could have been like maybe a seasonal type of thing, or even you're kind of like, I don't know. I know I could stay here, but I'm taking a pay cut. And there has to be a blend, right? I don't have to have just peace at work but not be able to afford my stuff, or afford my stuff, but have so much inner turmoil. It has to be in a medium, and you're right. Okay, I'm seeing there's going to be something you apply for in this next week. And I'm hearing that probably your other job, or you're going to be continuously seeing things on like Indeed or etc. of that old job coming up, and you're going to be kind of like, maybe I should just go ahead and apply. I heard through the grapevine, etc., this boss isn't there anymore, or maybe you even call up and see how they're doing. Long story short, for you, you're absolutely going to receive a better job than the one you have currently at this moment, and it's going to be a decision. You're going to get a choice on either going back to something else that it seems like it could be successful, but there may still be some tension just attached to the area. Sometimes we can't grow where we're hurt. So that's really more down to your own discernment about that. Was it just the person? Was it just the leadership that caused you that trauma? And if they left, it left with it? Or is it actually the walls? Things that happened in there? Either way, you're going to be successful. There's not a pass-fail with this. You have two really positive timelines. It's about just picking for you which one you feel is truly going to be the most proactive for you. What's going to lead to farther success versus temporary success. Okay. And I'll go ahead and start that tally right there. Good stuff. All right. Honored to help you. All right, Ariana. You are an Aries, and you would like to know, will you be in a relationship with the current situationship? Are you going to be in a relationship with your current situationship? All right, remember, I'm always here for you. It does look like there's kind of like a block right now with getting to that full celebration of what you're wanting. In the beginning of this dynamic, did the person tell you that I'm not really wanting anything serious, but I like being around you, I like spending time with you? And you were kind of like, okay, that's cool. But your feelings have arisen, and you're wondering if, theirs have as well. Spirit's telling me their mindset has not changed about wanting something serious. And if they found out that, that's the right way to say it. If you were to express to them that you're really wanting more, it would throw them off. Now, I'm not telling you not to do that, because if you're wanting something more serious, this is not going to be that person for you. Now, if you're okay with still some good time of getting to know each other, Spirit would recommend you kind of just not suppress, but no, this is not the correct time. It's too early to be like, hey, I really want to just get into a relationship, and I really feel that everything continues to progress and we get along so well. I wanted to see if this is something that you're ready to take the next step. It just seems too soon. The choice is going to be yours, but understand always that if your celebration, if your outcome you're wanting is to be in a relationship like this year or etc., this does not look like a person that's going to be able to give you that. But they don't have ill will. They're not using you. They're just not. They're definitely not aware that you're not on the same page anymore. Let's see. All right, Divinity. Gabena. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly. You're a Pisces. Do you have someone trying to block your growth in a relationship? Do you have someone trying to block your growth in a relationship? Okay, I do not feel that there's somebody trying to... I don't feel that there's somebody trying to get in the way of your relationship. I do feel that they've had themselves more... I do feel they've had themselves more intertwined with work, per se, than actually being able to give a relationship. It looks like they have a lot of responsibilities. Okay, this person... There are not outer forces that are trying to actively take this relationship away from you, but there are distractions. It looks like family. There's other people. Does he have children or etc. that he's in a separation from, like a marriage or a person where he had children? Give me a second. Because he feels really confused on how to give you time while still keeping with this. There is nobody that's trying to give this like ill will or like a hexing or anything. It is very much internal. You are correct that there's a tension. You're not incorrect about that. Okay? But sometimes it can be really hard to just see that there's nothing we can do. It's out of our control. It's not somebody else who's getting in the way. There's too many distractions in his life, and Spirit's wanting you to go ahead and reclaim your energy with this connection, okay? Just give me 1 second, guys, okay? 1 second. Don't even know how to do that. Okay. One second. Just give me a second, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. All right. All right, there we go. Perfect. Back into the grind. Next free person. Just scrolling back up more. Please make sure you guys are doing yes, no questions, okay? Yes, no questions. I need your name and I need your zodiac. All right, Jackie, you're a Libra, and you would like to know, will you have a new job soon? You would like to know, will you have a new job soon? All right, I do see that you are having what I'm hearing is a form of like networking. There may be an individual who is a friend or etc. that can speak up for you in a way that you can't speak up for yourself, which means like a recommendation. I do see you're going to be receiving a better job soon. And it does look like you may be hired. It might be in like the same area as your friend, but it's a door into this company. All right. Let's see. Right back down. All right, Jagdeep, you're a Sagittarius, and you would like to know, is your partner not being truthful? Is your partner using you for anything? I don't feel that this person is necessarily using you, but they are putting a lot of their weight on you. It's more of like it feels like it's like you're more of a parent than and to this person than an actual relationship. This person, what I'm sensing, is supposed to be the masculine as well, but you're actually more of the masculine in this dynamic. They are not intentionally using you, but you're a crutch to them. There is this feeling of them not having to try as hard or being able to throw energy on you. You know, if there is concerns, if there are things you haven't talked about, it definitely is time. And what I'm hearing is you may though want to come in, maybe you've done this before, and from your frustration, I can understand you could have gotten pretty angry at them at certain points and had like your volcano point. And the things that were very valid that you were stating couldn't be heard because the way the presentation came out, it put this person on guard or into like a survival mode, in one ear out the other. If you go ahead and you could talk about these things before you let it bottle up, there's much better way for you two to be able to get to a resolution. There's not going to be a change of their pattern if you don't change your pattern. Remember, guys, just no questions, please. You can pay attention also to my moderators. They will continue to let you guys know how to go ahead and enter. And then also when we do start super chats, they'll let you know what number I'm on to keep you guys refreshed. All right. Scroll up more. We did that one. We did that one. All right. Okay, we'll do this one. That's fine. Reanetta, would you like to know, or you would like to know, if you're going in the right direction? Okay, I'm going to make that more specific. Are you going in the right direction regarding your career? Okay, are you going in the right direction regarding your career? Absolutely. Okay, you're allowing yourself to see that blend. You're not going in being a yes man with working anymore. Like, oh, I gotta be like, to get the job, I have to say I'm willing to do anything. Like from the very beginning, you're like, these are my healthy boundaries. This is my pay. And these are the hours I'm willing to work. And in the past, you could have very much from the beginning came off as like, just as somebody that would be one of those workers you could abuse if you need to. And I say it in that way, unfortunately, because the person I'm in the mind that was giving you the interview is somebody that thought that way. Oh, this is a person that can take up other people's slack, but not in the way where, oh, this is a worker I can appreciate. This is a worker that will be able to make my just my job easier, instead of it being a full, abundant thing for everybody. Okay, you probably decided I don't want to be at this job anymore. I will look for something else. And Spirit says you are correct. You're on the right track. That the current place you are working at, it's coming to a close on what you can learn from it. And the only person that's going to end up telling you when it's time to actually leave is yourself. I don't hear that this job is ever the worker you are. If you were to work there, your job is secure, but you would be settling. You would be far settling. I'm hearing that you could actually go ahead and see the qualities, the skills that you have gained from this job, you can actively put to something else. Or instantly from the beginning, you could be doing the same exact thing, but for more pay. You're on the right track. And when we're on the right tracks, there's a lot of feeling irritated. There's a lot of feeling frustrated. Just being on track doesn't mean it's like, oh, everything feels great and everything's coming to me at the exact time and I don't feel stressed. No. That's not the part of this world. So you are on the right track. You're allowing yourself to see that life is open waters. It's not a pool. Life is open waters. It's going to have waves and dangers and beautiful. It's not a closed pool. All right. All right. Please make sure, guys, to like and share the live. It helps me more than you can even fathom. All right. Let's see. All right, Jill B, you're a Gemini. Will the remainder of your school year go well? You want to know, will the remainder of your school year go well? Let's see. Will the remainder of your school year go well? All right, so it does look like it's been a pretty piercing semester or year, etc. How long you've been in. I do feel that towards the end, it's not going to, like, after June, you're going to be busy. You're going to definitely still be around people that you got to keep what I'm hearing is like, it's more like being a fly on the wall to protect your own inner peace. But a big heavy weight, was there like were you doing an internship or what's it called? A clinical? Like when you're still in school, but you go and like an understudy? That type of energy. However that's resonating for you, there was something big that you had to do like during this semester. And once it's over, you'll still be busy, but there's something more light. There's something more like you're toned. You're ready for the next part. The hardest part has been done. Interesting. The hardest part has been done. I keep seeing an example in my head of, people state like when you're learning how to drive, you should learn stick shift before automatic, because then automatic is easier. You get the hard part done first. It feels like this is the energy. That example is the energy of this. You got the hard part done first. Maybe the way you chose to even take your classes. You're like, okay, I know these ones are going to be more of the intense ones, so maybe I should just get them out of the way first, and then proceed forward with some other stuff. But it does look like you're still going to have some chaotic moments. But yes, the rest of this year with work, with school, is going to go well. All right. Let's go ahead and light another incense as well. Perfect. Oh, also, guys. So, my Bali trip is in June, about 2 months from now. If anybody has felt called to join and missed the deadline, you have until the 28th of this next week to go ahead and get a spot. There are a couple that opened up. If you have been thinking about going on the Bali trip and you were teeter-tottering on it, right now is go ahead and get it, because these spots just opened up, and I'm more than happy to go ahead and have more people on this trip. Towards the end of this, I'm going to spend a little more time talking to you guys about the Bali trip, because you've heard me focus on the Canada one, because the Bali trip was sold out for a while. And so I migrated just talking about the Canada one. But now that I had these 2 spots open up, the Bali trip I'm so excited for it. So this is my first luxurious type of trip. What I've done before is camping and etc. This one, there is going to be sound healing sessions. We're going to be learning how to create herbal medicine. I'm going to have a tarot teachings lesson, etc. in this place called the Yoga Barn that I rented out. In this journey, we're going to be also visiting so many historical landmarks and being able to embark on experiencing a part of the world with people you never would have met unless they were part of your collective. I'm deeply excited for it. I'm going to go ahead and also do some posts about it. Make sure that I put links and etc. on my YouTube. I'll put a YouTube post on with the link to the Bali trip. But yeah, if you've been wanting to get on it, it's a very affordable trip. And in the state of the world right now, we need community. We need to remember that the world is not burning down. We can still live and get out of our comfort zones and build these communities. So I'd be honored to have you if you're called. And if you're wanting any other questions answered or etc., you can also just reach out to me via my email at contact@offprintment.com. All right, let's get back into the readings. All right, let's see. Yes, no questions, please. Also, make sure that you look in the description for the type of reading questions that I don't allow. If you scroll all the way down at the description, you will see which ones are not eligible. Right. Let's see. Okay, Nikki, here we go. You are a Gemini. You're wanting to know, will your connection with Brad grow into more? Will your connection to Brad grow into more? Both having to face their inner shadows. But yes, I do see this going and growing into more, but there is something within yourself that you may not realize that you're avoiding. There's a reflectiveness between both of you. I see both individuals, not just the masculine, needing to face this inner demon. There is something still within. Is it compulsion? Is it abandonment issues? But there is something still more for you to develop before you and him would be ready for a steady commitment. Okay. All right, now, Deanie, you're a Sagittarius. You would like to know, let's see, do I see him wanting to speak with you? Do we see that he is wanting to speak with you? Okay, well, he definitely sees that you can't be friends. He's like, this is not somebody that, the things we've been through, there's no way I could just be friends with them. And he also feels that the business is settled. Remember, I'm here for you. This is not like it's not that he thinks that you're something unworthy or that something bad. It does not feel like he sees the two of you having anything to give each other. This person's more materialized in his life. I see he's more traditional. He's listening to other people. This could be something to do with like this could do something with a racial issue. This could be something to do with a conflict of religion, because it just feels like a lot of outside sources clouding his own feelings. And you don't need to hold on to this connection. You're really being called to let it go. If this is somebody that is meant to be in your life, I can definitely tell you any form of chasing it will just push it the other direction. All right. This is definitely a big theme for this next upcoming week with a lot of people. I'm feeling it's a release week. Last week, because that's when it ended. Last week was mainly about like community and like this sense of like gratefulness and resetting. This feels like a closure week. We'll see what that's all about as it goes past. All right, Jean, hello. You like to be called Johnny? I got you. All right, and you think, do I hear that Marissa is going to contact you? She's a Virgo. All right, Johnny's wanting to know, will Marissa contact you soon? Okay. I do feel that this person, they're paying attention to you, but yeah, there's not this sense of them wanting to call you anytime soon. It feels like too heavy of a task. There's some toxic tendencies to this person, a little bit of liking people to chase them. And if somebody's not willing to chase them, I see they kind of separate. And this is an abandonment wound. They probably had like an estranged mother or emotional neglect growing up. It does seem that this person is not planning on contacting you. And you remember, I'm here for you. I know a lot of people, that seems to be a theme. But it's better to know than to continue down a circle with a karmic connection. To realize the difference between unconditional faith, but then also seeing maybe divine intervention. I can always love them from afar, but this is not meant for me. JJ, I'd love to give you a reading. I need you to follow the directions. I need you to put your yes, no question format. I need you to put your zodiac, and then please put your name again, okay? Amore, you have not been overlooked. I actually gave you your reading as one of the first. If you go back to the beginning of this reading, you were not ignored. And another thing to remember, because I remember you are a super chatter, so that was why you were, I know for a fact I gave you yours, but I want to remind people here who are the free individuals, this is not a guarantee getting your reading. You are here, and if you're patient and you're called and you're picked up from my guides, that is how you're getting the reading. If you're here and you're super chatting, it is guaranteed until I do my cutoff. If you are here being a free individual, you need to be respectful. You need to understand I am not a magic 8 ball. I am giving authentic, real energy, okay? Sometimes it's like I look at the chat and instead of I'm seeing questions, all I'm seeing is people saying that they're not being seen. And it defeats the whole purpose, guys. I want to help you, okay? So, Amore, please go back into the recording after this uploads because you're literally one of the first I did. Thank you, Mitchie. That means a lot to me. All right. All right, Ashley, you're a Scorpio. You would like to know, should you move on from your partner? Should you move on from your partner? Spirit's saying right now, there's still more to talk about. I do see you're in a hard spot, okay? What I'm hearing is you're taking on a lot of emotional weight with this connection. There does need to be an ego death. There does need to be maybe even a purge. Like spending a little bit of time apart or even getting out of your comfort zone together, like going somewhere. Having a spiritual, like, all I keep seeing is if you guys get into nature more, it's turning into summer and it's hot enough to go either like to a form of like a lake or a lagoon. It's interesting. I see that you guys may be close to somewhere where you could take a camping trip or even just a day to a river, etc. And going and having this experience, just you two, this would really help. The water calms. The water, it's literally all about emotions and being in these, like, it's like a lazy river vibe because I see you in tubes and just being able to kind of like enjoy the scenery, not have your phones because you can't have your phones in the water. And being able to really talk down this lazy river about how much you're feeling neglected, but not in a way where the ego surpasses the message. This is beautiful, okay? They're telling you it's not yet to that point of no return. Okay. Let's see. All right, Lorraine, you're a Taurus, and you would like to know, will the Leo contact you this week? Will the Leo contact you this week? I do feel that this individual, they feel embarrassed. Did they leave you on red? Or were you guys like in a good conversation and you asked to hang out or something along those lines? And then it's like, what the fuck? They just stopped texting me. It was a good flow and then out of nowhere. And you're kind of just like, I don't deserve this. I am tired of this. Feels like they're keeping something from you. I don't see them reaching out this week. But I'm also hearing to tell you not to reach out to them. There is definitely an inner conflict with something they're keeping back from you. And unless they're willing to talk about whatever this is, I don't see the tension being released. And you have to realize you can't pressure this either. Like, if you've been feeling this is more confirmation, I know he's keeping something from me. I don't necessarily, it's not like another person. It's nothing like that. It has to be something internal. And your mind will definitely try to fill in the blanks with things way worse than it is. But it's something enough. It could be something that, like, clashes with his morals. That's all. It's not even morals. That's not the right word to say. Your relationship is something very unique to him. He's never experienced. And there are certain things he thought he may be ready for that he's not. That's the better way to put it. Okay, I don't see them reaching out to you this week, but allow them to still reach out to you, okay? All right, I'm going to do let's do 3 more free people, and then we're going to start the first group of super chatters, okay? Yes, super chats are still being accepted. Let's see. Ash, what are you wanting to see the results for? Is this something involving health or like a legal matter? Because if it is, I'm going to need you to change your question. If you guys look in the description of this live, I do put the type of questions I do not answer, which are health and legal related questions, okay? So, what exactly are you looking for the results for? And if it is falling under those two categories, please go ahead and change your question. Let's see. Okay, Simple Chaos. Mason, got you, homie. You'd like to know, did Taylor enjoy your chat today? Did Taylor enjoy your chat today? Did Taylor join your chat? Absolutely did. There's actually a lot of encouragement. This person's been feeling kind of, they're a leader just like you. And they've been feeling kind of down. And what I'm hearing is they don't ever want to like shake up other people that look up to them. So they can feel like sometimes they just have to put a game poker face all the time and they don't have another person that they can just kind of like, not even like vent to, not like throw energy, just be like, yo, this is pretty crazy right now, isn't it? And it's good just to have another person that I can acknowledge that to and not feel like I need to keep this face. You guys give each other this sense of true camaraderie. There's definitely this sense of both of you still holding back some because wanting to keep it in a positive state, not fall into like trauma bonding energy. But they absolutely enjoyed your conversation. And if there's a few things you feel like you said that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I seem too negative, that's your ego. That's your parasite trying to flip a very authentic and real positive conversation, okay? All right, 2 more people, and then we'll start the new group of super chatters, okay? All right, Mitchie, thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for being a member. All right, you're a Sagittarius. You would like to know, will you and the Leo end up together? Will you and the Leo end up together? All right. Both are going to have to be able to face that shadow. We see it more in the future, though. I do see there being a very, very strong timeline of you two being together. Okay? They really want me to focus on the number 2 with you specifically as well. What's 2 months? Is somebody's birth... No, maybe not that. I don't think it's anything to... Maybe it's your... Interesting. There's either a birthday coming up that could be like a friend of yours, and you're going to be able to be together. There's an event. It may not be a birthday. Maybe I'm just feeling more of the reunion. Like you guys haven't seen each other in a long time. So it's like, kind of like the feeling of a birthday, something new happening. But it does look like this is going to have a resolution. It does look like both individuals facing their inner demons. But something about 2 months from now is really what I keep picking up on. All right. Honored to help you. Okay, Patricia, you're a Pisces, and you would like to know, you're afraid of being abandoned again. Should you believe him when he said he's changing? Should you believe him when he says he's changing? Should you believe him when he says he's changing? Facing the inner shadow. Heavy hitting words, kickboxer. Ruthless. Okay, he is meaning it, but there's things with you have to change as well. Not meaning like, what I'm saying is, once things are good, you can kind of become the energy of like a yes person. Like, I always want to do this. I always want to do this for you. And going 0 to 100 is not going to be healthy for you. This person they do have to prove to you that there's a difference. You can't just believe the words. We allow people to understand how they can treat us, how far they can push us, and etc. And unfortunately, but this is just the way it is, some humans will push until the point of they're like, no, you can't do this anymore. This individual, if you want to be with them, okay, they are learning more self-control. There is. And I do see the more realistic thing between you two is there may be some distance. When you're together, everything makes sense. When you are apart, that's where these things start happening. And if you're not really able to see each other a lot, and you already have this sense of distrust, you know, there are going to be abandonment issues that continue to be provoked. You need to talk about your true desires and needs, not let them go under not brush them under the rug. Call out this person for certain things. If this is anything to do with cheating, I do see that this may be something that there was unfaithfulness in the past, but it feels really like there would not be unfaithfulness in the future with that dynamic. The abandonment issues will be the main focus of your next hurdles together. But if you can go ahead and also see the behaviors you need to change, there does look to be a resolution in this. All right. All right, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead now. I'm going to see and add everybody to the list since Snowy White for the super chatters, and we'll start that first group of super chatters, okay? Let's see, Snowy White. All right. Number 6 for super chatters is Maliki Peters. Thank you for becoming a member. We'll get you that general card pool. And if anybody's teeter-tottering right now on becoming a member, also, right before I got on live, I added 3 videos to the tier 2 and up membership team. And about 4 days ago, I added 2 videos to every single membership team. And so if right now you go ahead and join tier 1 or tier 2, you're going to have a bunch of new videos you can watch right after this live. All right. Now, Nicole, what's up? You're number 7. Got you. All right, scroll down. Alan, you're number 8 today. All right. Montaigne, you're number 9. Jesse Ray, thank you for becoming a member. You will receive your general card pull. Nikki Minko. We got you. You're number 11 today. Amore. You're number 12 today. All right. Alvin, your second question will be number 13. Right. Midlife Simmer. You're number 14 on the list. Divinity. All right, you're number 15, Divinity. All right. Midlife Simmer, your second question is 16. All right, Nicole, your second question is 17. And Mitchie, got you. And you was what, a general for that one? Got you. Okay. So this is the first group of super chatters. Anybody that super chats after this will be added to the second group. And we're only doing 2 groups of super chatters today. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. If anybody who has super chatted up to this moment, please have your ears open right now. I'm going to go ahead and say again all of the numbers. Listen out to your number and pay attention to as I go down when I say what number I'm on. And my moderators from time to time will go ahead and refresh you guys on what number person I'm on. All right, here we go. If you super chatted up to this point, please have your ears open. Number 1, the blue J. You are number 1. Number 2, Mitchie. Number 3, Mary Jane. Number 4, Vickers. Number 5, Snowy White. Number 6, Maliki Peters. Number 7, Nicole. Number 8, Alvin. Number 9, Montaigne. Number 10, Jesse. Number 11, Nikki Minko. Number 12, Amore. Number 13, Alvin. Number 14, Midlife Simmer. Number 15, Divinity. Number 16, Midlife Simmer. Number 17, Nicole. And lastly, but not leastly, number 18, Mitchie. All right. Let's go ahead and start. I'm going to give myself a drink too. Oops, toopsie. All right. All right, scroll back up. All right, the blue J. You would like a general pull. Let's go ahead and do that for you. General pull. All right, so you're right now on a time of not being an amateur, to be quite frank. There is something that either this is a spiritual practice or your work, etc., that you're like, you know, I know I'm in a state of learning, and I'm willing for however long that is. Spirit says you're ready for something that the reason you're ready for something is because, go with me here, something that you thought you were ready for so long ago, either a job promotion, a person, etc., that you actually weren't ready for, you are now because you think you're not ready for it. Let me refresh that a bit for you, okay? I know that might have been worded weird, but it needed to be said that way. Before, sometimes when we think we're so ready for something, we're actually completely ignorant to it. It's this sense of divine surrender of knowing if something's really ready for me, I'm gonna have the feeling of it's time, not the cockiness of I gotta get this done now. You have before, we're in that state of things have to happen a certain way. If they don't by a certain time, I'm giving up. And Spirit needed to teach you resilience. Now you are in that state of surrender. It's not that you don't think you're ready. You just know if I'm ready, Spirit's going to show me. And Spirit says they've been sending signs. There's a path, there's a line that's opening. Okay? They're wanting you to know that something you've been waiting for a while, whether it's the job or a person, to get to that next step, to step over that next line. It is time. All right. All right, Mitchie. Thank you for being a member. Let's go ahead and get you a general card pull. What is Mitchie's law of attraction right now? What is Mitchie's law of attraction right now? All right, fostering mindfulness, immersing fully in the moment, a deep connection to your inner awareness. Okay, you're understanding the power of your voice. You're understanding the power of going ahead and letting other people see that are in different, all I keep hearing is different categories. So maybe people in like different marginalized groups You're something about your energy is like, I am one, I am union, I don't care who the fuck you are a human. And something about your energy is just like, it's dominant. It's dominant in the way of respect. You know, you're a person in the room, you see the little guy being messed with, you're like, oh fuck, no, that's not happening in front of me. And there's something about your blend of femininity, but still like you're a leader. People take your words serious. You're a very funny individual, but just as funny as you are, like, it can switch. Spirit wants you to know if there's been any connections that you've unfortunately had to distance yourself from because you're not agreeing with the way they're choosing to treat others or etc. see the world, you're respectfully taking your inner peace. And at some moments that feels a little alone, but the balance of the people it brings in your life. Spirit wants you to know your law of attraction, you're immersed in fully into the purpose. You're immersed in fully into going ahead and really changing this world for the better. We have to stick together through all of these times. But tragedy always does align people. It's as simple as that. Tragedy does align people because you choose from that point on how to grow. All right. All right. Mary Jane, you're next. Oh, wait a second. Sometimes it does this. It's really weird. 1 second. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, Roxan Gordon, it looks like you actually are before Mary Jane. So what I'm going to do right now, Mary Jane, you're number 3. We're going to just go ahead right now and put Roxanne right there, and then we'll move back to Mary Jane, okay? All right. Thank you for your patience. I don't know how your name... Sometimes I see names come in after, like when I go back and look. Maybe the computer's like catching up and putting somebody in this slot, but thank you for your patience. All right, Roxan Gordon. Let's go ahead and get you your general pull. All right, Roxanne, you have definitely been in a state of peace with fate with I am not allowing myself to give and give and give to where I'm not seen. There are certain things that you have pushed forward and you've reclaimed. I'm hearing either you've taken back your finances, you're not investing in certain people or things anymore that really were putting you in a hard spot financially. Spirit's wanting you to know that you are ready to ignite a union as well. There's a lover that's somebody that you are meeting this year, if you haven't already, that wants to invest into you. And until you close some certain doors, this type of connection came into your life. Spirit's wanting you to know to listen to your angels. There's signs and songs. There's synchronicities regarding places to go. Okay, I'm just getting my download. Have you been somebody have you been wanting to go outside or start some more physical activity? It feels like there's a connection you're going to meet by either going to like a gym or some forms of like physical events, etc. Because I feel like the essence of like, I feel when you are working out and you get that type of sweat versus the sweat that like if you're outside working. It feels like something that's physically demanding, but you're able to proceed forward with it, and this person is going to help you also. Like, just both of you are going to be motivation for living a healthier lifestyle. Spirit's saying you're ready to invest into a skill also for yourself that you weren't able to because of how much money you were giving to other people. So maybe there's a hobby or something that You're like, oh, maybe one day I can get back into that, or one day I'll invest into that. Well, that time is now. You're ready to proceed forward and invest more into your off time. Right. All right. Now, number 4. Okay, let me see something. Maliki Peters, I see that you joined at the same time. You also went ahead and tipped. Thank you so much, or you super chatted. I'm going to make sure to do, since you did right after the other, I'm going to do a law of attraction pull for you and then a general pull, okay? So I'm going to just group those two together when we get to your name. Thank you. But now let's go ahead to number 3, which was Mary Jane. We're on number 3, which is Mary Jane. You would like to know if you're on the right path. Are you on the right path? Okay, I absolutely do see. The reason you're probably questioning if you're on the right path at this moment is because you had to do some form of spiritual protection. Maybe there was somebody you decided to leave on red, or etc. That's not, and it's out of your norm. You're not a person that like looks up or looks at a message. If you're not going to respond to it, you're a type of person that has always felt like rising above. Don't meet the frequency of others, which is true, absolutely. But there's a difference between meeting somebody versus just simply like showing and cutting off an energetic connection by saying actually nothing at all. Sometimes when you're a person where they've known your pattern for so long, you're a person that will not look at the message until you're ready to respond, and then they look and they see the word red. It's serious. There's somebody you're wondering if you made the right decision, like leaving them, and you're like, well, what if I've been feeling like, what if now that they know that I'm done, they're going to end up coming back? Am I supposed to like allow this in even if I energetically really did let it go? Why did they have to come in right after I finally fucking moved on? Because that's the point. This is a person, this is a reputation dynamic. They want what they can't have. Spirit wants you to know you're completely correct for going ahead and allowing you to pick yourself in this connection. They will constantly repeat this cycle. The best thing for both of you is to know that the time frame you had together was important, but you're choosing to be the superhero of your own story, while this person, it seems like they're stuck in a little bit of a villain arc right now. All right. Now we're on to, let's see. Now we're on to number 4, who is Vickers. All right, number 4, Vickers. You're a Scorpio. You'd like to know what's your general reading for this week. I got you. What's the general reading for Vickers this week? No heavy-hitting words. You have a very peaceful week, and you're like, oh, fucking thank God. I can feel it within you. No, dude, you really do have a very peaceful week. I don't feel that there's going to be a sense where you have to, like, go ahead and put like a healthy boundary with anybody. I see that the last couple of weeks have been that fight. You have that post-fight interview right now going on, that energy of relief. They want you to know there is something you feel like you lost, okay? And you might have lost the battle, but you didn't lose the war. Sometimes when we go ahead and allow ourselves to see that there's something that the outside world might see as defeat, but I know it's me actually moving on, and that inner peace is so much more important. Keep hearing with you quality over quantity, okay? Quality over quantity. Maybe you've gone ahead and also stopped having as many people you allow in your life. That feels more like something you've already done. There's somebody in your life that probably also okay, I'm seeing as well. That makes sense. There's going to be also somebody else in this next upcoming week that probably had some heavy-hitting words, or you guys didn't get along in the past, that really just tries to reach out and be nice. if you have any family events that are transpiring anytime soon or plan to go with a group of friends, it looks like it could be formulated in this meeting. It's going to be somebody that you're very much like, you're not going to go out of your way, you're going to be standoffish in a sense, but I do sense them coming to you and being aware that if they want to have a good interaction with you, they have to show you they're respecting you, because they did pass a boundary in the past. But this week is peaceful, okay? Even if there's these tension moments with these individuals, I see resolution. I see you allowing these people to show that they really do care and understand the power in your silence. But you have a very peaceful week coming up, and that's phenomenal because we need that balance. All right. Now we're on number 5, which is Snowy White. Snowy White, number 5. General pull for my friend. All right, so there's 2 things I'm feeling very called to talk to you about. There's a connection that sees your feminine strength to forgive as a weakness. This is a wounded masculine. This is somebody who I have to state it. I don't think I've ever even stated something like this on a reading before, and on a collective or live reading. The energy, god damn, I cannot even freaking open up my throat chakra when I'm in your energy as soon as I got into it. There's an energy of somebody that's a masculine who follows individuals like Andrew Tate and those types of dudes, thinking that that's what true masculinity is. And it sucks because there's a lot of, yes, young individuals growing up, but also a lot of older individuals, young adult individuals, normal adult individuals that didn't have the father figure growing up or was emotionally neglected and is seeing this form of leadership. Oh, these guys have all this stuff they want. They get all the girls. They have all the money. When it's a facade, when it's fake. You have a masculine attached to you that I'm also hearing maybe when you first started becoming together, they weren't really like this. Something changed. And you're like, I want my person back. No matter how much you speak your word to this person, it looks like the way you're really going to reclaim your power is showing them that they did lose you. There's a difference between having insecure moments, but then letting your insecurities become your whole personality. And this is a toxic. And I'm just stating this, for a little bit longer for you because I don't sense that you have maybe that many other like masculine energies around you to kind of like bounce this off of. You're like, am I just tripping? Is this just him being him? But no, there is a tainted energy, and it looks like this guy's gonna have to go through a big ego death, my friend. All right. All right. Maliki, so you joined and went ahead and super chatted at the same time. Thank you for that. So you're joining the membership. I'm going to give you a law of attraction card. What is her law of attraction at this moment? Equipment invested. All right, you're invested in your highest timeline. You are allowing yourself to see the balance between if I want to get, I have to give, but also if I want to receive, I have to allow myself to receive. I can see that you are more of a person where like acts of service and quality time are your love languages, but your giving love language is, it's like your main giving love language is acts of service through like gifts and etc. You very fast would start giving to other individuals and invest in them versus yourself. I'm just getting my download. But now you only invest with purpose. You could have, you used to maybe like give a lot of love bombing or etc. in dynamics because you're like, this is the only way a person's going to stay. This is the only way they're going to see I care about them. When in reality, that can cause the pressure within itself because it's unauthentic. Your law of attraction right now is you've realized all these things about yourself. I feel calm. I feel that, of course, you're still going through things that you're, like I'm hearing, decompressing from. So maybe you've had some triggering moments that were activation recently, but you're allowing yourself to actively work. You're not avoiding the spiritual gym, which I mean is just like going out and doing the work and not staying recluse. Your law of attraction is extremely high vibrational. All right, so now let's give you a general card pull. What is Spirit wanting you to know generally right now? The same exact card with the equipment and that start. Is there a physical job or etc. you've been wanting to invest in? Are you wanting to get a certain degree, go back to school, start your own business? It looks like now is the better time than ever to start investing into what this is. You're going to have a lot of inspiration coming towards the summertime. So even if this is something I'm now hearing that you've wanted to invest in going to this summer, an event or etc., a cruise, whatever this is, it looks like you're in the headspace that going out on this form of vacation, the spiritual downloads, it's more than worth. What I'm hearing is it's more than worth the time, the energy, and the money you would have to put towards it. We only live once, at least in this sentientness, right? In this physical body. And something about you is you've been wanting to go ahead and see the world. You've been wanting to infuse yourself more. And it looks like there's an opportunity coming up soon, and Spirit is calling for you to go ahead and take this move. Have this experience. All right. All right. Okay, Nicole, number 7, Nicole, you would like to know, will you buy yourself a vehicle by midsummer? You're going to buy yourself a vehicle by midsummer. All right, it does look like I see the investment before midsummer, actually. It looks like you're going to have a second car. Interesting. Either somebody you live with, if you don't live alone, it looks like you're going to receive a car that's like, it's like there's going to be 2 in the same exact lot, the same exact driveway. There is going to be a car that comes up soon that you're able to get a really good payment plan for, but it's in good condition, and it so happens to either be the same type of car you've had before, like the same brand, or it's going to be literally the same model as somebody that you live with. But it does feel like it could even come a little bit before midsummer, actually. All right. Let's see. Alvin, you are number 8. Well, on number 8, Alvin. What is in store for your separation with Kay after her birthday tomorrow? What's in store for your separation with Kay after her birthday tomorrow? Self-control, understanding we're still in that state of... So you're not going to be in communication for a while still. It does look like you energetically can send her the happy birthday, and it's more than acknowledge. It's more than what's the right word, being encouraged for you to do is energetically wish her a happy birthday. They want you to be aware that there's not going to be much outward change, though. You're going to physically feel happy for her, but there's still quite a bit time before you are entering each other's general energy again, meaning in person. They're wanting you to know that harnessing that self-control to, if there's any part of you that's even a little bit wanting to reach out and say happy birthday, they really recommend you don't do that. That sense of peace, that sense of it's been this amount of time has calmed her emotions when she does think of you. They want you to understand that there's not going to be a big migration right now after her birthday tomorrow. But yes, absolutely, you should go ahead and wish her a telepathic happy birthday. All right. All right, number 9, Montaigne. You need to know, you have someone from your past returning in 2 years. You want to know if someone that you believe you have somebody from your past that you're thinking is returning in about 2 years from right now. Okay, it's somebody in your past returning in 2 years. Yeah, I do see that you're picking onto something, and there's a lot of active road work. In this next couple of years, they're going to go through some movements when it comes to a mental headspace, but also a physical world that they're living in. Okay, so they're going to do a migration of like a home in like the next 2 years. I do see that it looks like the energetic forecast dictates there is going to be another interaction between you two, and it's not far off of the energy forecast to say that it is something that could be in the next 2 years' time. Okay, remember, we have left path, right path decisions, and depending on everybody's freedom of will is how we can dictate and read and confirm timelines. Right now, it does show that if everything stays on pack, you are doing your work. This person's doing their individual work. It does seem that there's going to be a precious turnaround in about 2 years' time. All right. All right, now we're on number 10, which was Jesse Ray, and you joined as a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Let's go ahead and give you a general card pull. All right. What does Jesse need to know? All right, so you're fostering mindfulness right now. You're allowing yourself to be more present. And Spirit's very proud of you for that. Okay, you were somebody who felt like you needed to, before you could even leave your home, you could have had a real fear of like leaving your home or being in environments where you don't know anybody, etc. You used to feel like you had to do so many deep forms of spiritual protection before leaving your home. And this also comes down to probably some PTSD. You've been in situations before where you definitely, you had to search for the door out, is the best way to put it right now. Spirit's wanting you to know that you're always divinely protected. The stones you carry, the anointment oil you put on your body, the calling in, the bubble of light, it's added. Okay, it's extra armor on top of who you already are. You are not in the mindset, you are not putting yourself in the positions you did when that trauma occurred. You were putting yourself in positions to get hurt. But you learned, you've migrated, you've changed. And Spirit's wanting you to foster that sense of right now that your community, it needs to build. There are certain friends that are going to start reaching out to you or rising above, meaning like really like saying, hey, we know you're in an uncomfortable spot and we're proud of you for like talking and rising above your fear and reaching out to us. So looks like your general energy is don't be afraid of that. It's time to migrate a change. That's time to get out of that hermit mode. Okay. All right, number 11, which is Nikki Minko. How is this week going to be for you? How is this week going to be for Nikki Minko? All right, so it looks like a week where you're not going to have a full force contact. You're also on par with a pretty chill week, which is good. We need a blend. We need a balance. You know, you're going to have a steady week when it comes to work, when it comes to sleep. I feel that you're going to be able to get back on a schedule that maybe it's been a little hard. Maybe it's a sleep schedule, exercise schedule, even like a meal prep, whatever this is, there's something that you've been able to migrate slowly back into being on track, if you will. You just had so many other emotions and 3D world things that these simple things, they fell under the rug. Because even though things like exercise are deeply more than simple, they're very important for you. And when you have a very chaotic internal life or other things you're going through, it is not as simple to just get into the gym. You have to have that energy for other things. And I see that returning this week. You're not going to have a physically demanding week. Okay. This is very stable. This is a very stable week for you. All right. All right, Amore. All right. You're wanting to know, does Jeremy, who is a Scorpio, does he love you? Does Jeremy, who's a Scorpio, love you? Okay, so what I see right now, I'm always here for you. It looks like this person, it's not that they don't love you, but they're not, the version of love that is within you is not meeting the frequency of this person. Yes, more masculines are going to tend not to be as emotional, if you will, as feminines do, or want the romance and etc. But at the same time, actually a lot do. A lot have been made to suppress and feel like that's something they shouldn't want. And I see a masculine that has suppressed that. Okay? This individual, they love you, but they're not even in love with life. They're not even in love with themselves. The time that they have with you, they feel is precious. But there's still more that I see. It's like you guys got to mix more into each other's life. And right now, it's like the whole entire relationship has been put on pause. Okay, this person, they love you, but they're not like this deep internalness of like, I have to be with you right now and you're my forever. It's not that intensity, but they do love you as a person. All right. All right. Alvin. You are number 13. We're on number 13 now, Alvin. All right. So you're feeling a little adrift these days with your big life steps. What do your guides have to offer at this time? Okay. How can we help our homie feel a little more centered when it comes to these big life steps? Okay. So you are in the midst right now of preparing for your fight. In the boxing terminology, you are in training mode. Training mode's harder than the fight half the time. You know, there's a different level of endurance between training and then being in the final match. And they're wanting you to know that this time is the exact moment where you're going to feel the slips. This is where you're migrating from seeing also to continue your goals. You can't focus all on just one body part, like one muscle. Okay. And when I see that in your manifestation is there could be times where you're focusing all on love and you can forget to kind of like bring that energy inwards and focus it on other things. This is normal. All humans go through this. It's a part of the process. Spirit's wanting you to think, okay, Spirit's saying you're thinking that you're already in the ring. You're already in the ring and things should be more like I should be more prepared by this point, but you're not. I mean, some fighters will prepare for a year before a fight and etc. And you're still in that running mode. Okay, they're wanting you to see. We need to. Maybe there's a certain level, there's a certain other muscle, manifestation, spiritual part of you to now focus on training more. What they're wanting you to know is you are seeing the blind spots. You're seeing where you feel hazy. That's why you're feeling adrift. Because as we start receiving actual clarity on where we have been distracting ourselves and that distraction goes away, it almost feels kind of like numb or silent. Like, okay, I've spent all this time like thinking this way about this thing, but now I have the clarity. What am I supposed to do? your mind is shifting to focusing on another muscle group, another manifestation. And they're not saying that this has to be all like going from love to career or anything like that. There's more inner work. There's more resilience. And they're saying that just like with training for a match, you have a coach, you have a team that's behind you, but there's a lot of shadow work. There's a lot of times you're doing things by yourself as well. So do the balance of allowing you to get help from the team, because even though we know that this is the next 5-ish months, you're in that hermit mode, that self rediscovery, it doesn't mean it has to be done all alone. So also, if maybe there's been a hobby that you've been wanting to dive more into, there's a part of the world that you've been wanting to see, maybe getting out of your area, just getting out of your area and going and having experience can really put you on another course as well. It looks like community. If there's something that's been calling in your heart to do, whether this is a cruise or like you're planning on going to an event with your friends, however this resonates, a concert, etc., this is what you're being called to really do. We only have this body one time. And sometimes we can forget how much we're just living inside the walls versus actually being part of this universe. Got you. All right. All right, Midlife Summer. You are saying that you've been overlooked twice, so you try it this way. Okay. Again, if you are a free person, I am not overlooking you. I see that you went ahead and you're saying that you've been overlooked twice, so you're going to try it this way. Okay, well, you're absolutely getting your answer, and I actually see, and I have a mental note that you've done 2 different super chatters messages, so you're absolutely getting your complete clarity with those 2. But I need you all to understand the slap in the face that you say when you say to me, I've been overlooked twice. When you say that you're slapping me in the face. Like and if this makes certain people leave, I hope it doesn't, but I'm setting a healthy boundary, guys. Like, I constantly am giving free things. I give more free things away than most readers, to be honest. I really do. Do you guys understand the amount of free things I do? Every single live, at least like 30 to 50 people are getting free readings from me. I give 3 readings away free, full readings on my Twitch every single week. I give 2 video chat readings away every single month to my Patreons. I don't know how much more I can just give. Like, for real, guys. Respect me. You may think you are, but you're not. I want to help you. I can't tell you the amount of free things I always do. It's like people don't understand energy exchange. I'm constantly trying to teach you guys this stuff. And if I don't respect my own energy exchange, it's hypocritical. Thank you for listening to me. But it gets frustrating, guys. It does. It gets frustrating to care so much about giving people clarity and not just being another reader that tells you yes or no and then just wants you to go on your way. I appreciate all of you here who are listening and do, because believe me, most of you do. Like, I want to give acknowledgement to most of you who completely always respect and you take your time and you understand the type of reader I am. I'm giving authenticity. I'm not giving you short bullshit. If you want short bullshit, I'm not your reader. So please, if you're going to be here, understand, I am not skipping anybody. If you are a free person, it is randomized. It is when spirit calls me to certain names. If you gift, you are guaranteed. So thank you, Midlife, for gifting 2 times. And I'm going to go back into our reading now. Let me light another incense as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm honored to be in your life. I'm deeply honored to give you guidance. We just have to remind people of things sometimes, you know, and then move forward together. All right. All right, my friend. Let's go ahead and give you your reading. All right. So, Midlife Simmer, you are number 14, and you're wanting to know, you're a Virgo. Will you get back with your ex? Are you going to get back with your ex? Are you going to get back with your ex? All right, so what I see right now is somebody that definitely wants to be able to talk to you. I do see somebody in general that still thinks about you. And you guys are like halfway there is what I'm hearing. Okay, there is absolutely still a timeline where you're on par with each other. I just hear both of you need to listen to each other more. Okay, communication, like 80% of the time. Dynamics, no matter if it's a relationship, if it's a romantic, if it's a friend, if it's a platonic, the 80% of the time, when two people are arguing, when two people can't be in each other's life, it's because of miscommunication and assumptions. I'm hearing you both still have a purpose in each other's life. But going forward, allow there to be more communication brought to your door. I understand your frustration. I understand how much you are deserving to be seen, and you've lived in a world that probably didn't see you for a while. But the right people are going to be here for you. The right people are going to hear your healthy boundaries. The right people are going to communicate and face their fears. And I do see you guys have much more of a purpose together. So it does look like we're still on par for you two to have resolution together. All right. Number 15, we're on to Divinity. You're wanting to get your relationship done. You keep being told there's possible betrayal that happened. Okay. Is there anything that this relationship has been keeping from you? What is something you have not received clarity on that we can give you today, my friend? Well, it does look like there is a lot more on this man's schedule than you know. And what I mean by that is it looks like instead of like there being one person that he makes a responsibility after work, one person he's thinking of texting and calling, there's other people on his phone as well. There was somebody else. And I don't see this masculine being strong enough to tell you this. It is a weakness. Well, number one, it's never good to cheat on somebody. Life's not perfect, but it's not good. But it happens. And the only way to rise above is admitting it and like doing the active change. That is a strength within itself to be able to call yourself out. This individual doesn't even have the strength to do that. They're a wounded masculine. They're a dangerous masculine is what I'm hearing as well. Okay? This is somebody who lets his actions overspeak his words. This is the man who is in a room, and because he's not in touch with his feminine energy, will do before saying, and will maybe even regret some of the things he does. You're deserving of better than this. Okay, no matter how much you scream, no matter how much you would cry, no matter how much you would understand, I'm hearing he will continue to lie to you because this is who he is. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm never going to sit here and say this person is diagnosed with this 1000%, but I do know energy. I can definitely tell you that. And they have narcissistic tendencies. And I'm actually hearing they've probably never even gone to therapy. But if they did, there's a very high probability chance they would be diagnosed with something along those lines. And your masculine is somebody else. Your masculine is much more kinder. This is a person that probably I'm hearing is I am hearing like an accent from them. So they could be more of like a Hispanic descent. It's also what I'm hearing. And this is a very kind, hardworking man, and he has a really good, like, I think he's a hairstylist. I think whoever your next soul tie is a hairstylist. Very cool. That's what I got for you. Like a barber, hairstylist, etc. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and get a drink. All right, midlife. It's time for your second question, which was we're now on 16, guys. We're on 16. All right. Let's see, Kenya, you're a Virgo. And you would like to know, are you on the correct path with career? Let's see. Are you on the correct path with your career life? Are you on your correct path with your career life? Final round, right before. Do not give up. Don't get in your own head. You're absolutely on the correct path. The correct path is realizing. The correct path is realizing and taking ownership for what human parts of you that life formed, and to remember who you are in the essence of your soul. You are to forgive yourself. You are to forgive yourself for whatever you think that you have done to others, because people have done things to you. The individuals that are supposed to be in your life, you're going to have roller coaster bumps with, and it's about showing you, hey, guess what? I'm going to make we're going to both make these roller coaster bumps aware. But guess what? We're going to also keep each other's seatbelts down. If I see yours starts to jingle, I'm holding myself against you. If you see mine starts to jingle, you're holding yourself against me. This time frame in life, you are seeing the people that actually care about you, that are willing to go all the way. You have released individuals who will not. You are respecting yourself. Spirit wants you to step away from thinking about speaking who you are, and your worth is equal to discrediting others or messing up a timeline. You know how many people are afraid of confrontation? That it's actually what causes confrontation. Talking about things in the moment is the biggest form of respect to somebody. Not letting things build up is the biggest form of love and respect. You are completely on the right path. Do not get in your own head, my friend. Do not get in your own head. All right. All right, Nicole. You are an Aquarius, and you would like to know, will you ever find long-term love again? Are you ever going to find long-term love again? Right. Absolutely. Here's the thing. You're going to find love again, but you have to notice your patterns on what toxic traits you were attracted to. Because a big form of domestication is reteaching yourself, unlearning what you were taught were healthy dynamics in a masculine, and teaching yourself truly what it is, okay? Yes, we want a masculine that's in control of his emotions. We want a masculine that has responsibilities and a good head on his shoulder. But that does not equal somebody who is unwilling to show emotion. It used to be told that, like, a man shouldn't cry. A man should never speak about when something's bothering him. And that's a weakness, okay? You also have noticed that something that kind of was a drive for you for a while was this chase. You liked chasing others. You didn't even realize it. It's not like you liked it, but you felt like you craved it. Like if you didn't feel the need to chase somebody, that it wasn't worth it. You had relationships or people you talked to in the past where it felt so comfortable, and you were like, this is not, if it feels as comfortable, then maybe there's not there's nothing here. And I want excitement. I want my relationships to feel something. And you, for a long time, thought feeling something was only equal that. Okay? You were covering up your own self-love by looking for it in men who would validate you for moments. You were absolutely finding a new love, but Spirit's not going to let you settle for another person like this. This time of life right now is you going ahead and pressing play on the true timeline, on showing the universe not only what you do want in a man, but what you don't want. And write a letter to the universe telling them exactly who you want your masculine to be. And I don't mean a specific person. This is my universal truth. I think trying to manifest a specific person always backfires. But a lot of people don't agree with me on that. Just follow yourself. And when you hear me say universal truth, what that means is it's something the universe proved to me that nobody else could. No matter if anybody else said it to me, I wouldn't have believed it if the universe didn't show me. So when you hear me say my universal truth, it's me telling you something that I know you have to experience yourself as well to believe. And who am I to rob you of that realization? So you hear me say the word universal truth. That's a short way of me telling you a lot of people don't agree with what I'm about to say, but the universe has told me this is truth. And then I'm guiding and recommending you to go do your own research on it. All right. All right, number 18. Well, number 18. Let's see. Who's number 18? Mitchie! All right, let's get you that general pull, my friend. Okay, you got this mysterious energy right now. Here's the thing, you're feeling love for life. I'm not tooting your horn. You are a very big light source. You are somebody that where you go, the reason that you get pulled, like people pull into you. I see that people are always like, you go somewhere and conversations just start and people like children and animals, etc. just feel so comfortable around you. And children and animals, you can believe their energy, how they're reacting to a person more than anybody else in the world. Children and animals know what a person is hiding. They can see that aura. Spirit is letting you know. Okay, this may sound really... Okay. This is interesting. It's not bad. I'm trying to find the right way to put it. Okay, I can feel you're nowhere near wanting... Like, just go with me here. You definitely are nowhere near wanting, like, children or to get married or anything right now. But maybe there's been a part of you that's like, am I gonna be a mom one day? Could I be? Maybe with like family, maybe recently with like Easter and etc. You were around maybe some of your nieces and nephews, and you're like, I know I don't want this anytime soon, but like, is this gonna happen one day for me? And the answer is yes. When you are ready. There is so many signs. Like you have so much more of your life to live and be free before that happens. But yes, it is in your timeline. Family, that type of love is in your timeline. And if for any reason you already have at least like one child, and it's more like, I guess the energy of, are they going to have a sibling? Or is it always going to be me and her, or etc.? Because for some reason I'm feeling you may have a daughter, or I'm picking up on that maybe one of your first child will be a daughter. But the answer is yes. This is in your cards. This is in your deck as well. Having this part, but they want you to embrace the mysterious part of your life right now. You're so young. You're supposed to be free, and marriage, love, children, it is in the cards for you. You just got a lot more time, and take peace in that. All right. Honored to help you. All right, so that was it for the first group of super chatters, okay? We're going to start formulating the second group of super chatters now. And what time is it? Okay. All right. Let's go with, starting with, all right, number 1. Number 1 in our second group of super chatters is Peachy. You became a member. Thank you for that. We'll get you that general card pool. Right. Number 2 is Beatrice. Beatrice. Got you. Thank you. All right. Number 3, Caden. You have been added. Okay, I see that you did 2. You wanted to be put into 1 question. Got you. Let's see. All right, Nikki. Nikki Nagy. You are number 4. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh. We'll re-say this again before we do the super chatters, but let me go ahead and refresh you guys to the ones I just put down. Number 1, Peachy. You are number 1. Number 2, Beatrice. Number 3, Caden. And number 4, Nikki so far, okay? What we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and do 6 more free people. And during that time, we will get our last super chatters. This is going to take about anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes for me to do these 6 people, okay? So you have about 10 to 15 more minutes to put yourself in for the super chatters if you want your reading to be 100% guaranteed today, okay? Thank you. Let's go ahead and scroll back up to some free people. Remember also, guys, if you're wanting a free reading, you need to put your name, you need to put your zodiac, and you need to put a yes/no question format, all right? All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Yes, no questions. Let's see. Let's see. Remember, yes, no questions, guys. Catherine, thank you for following the protocol, but please also, if you look in the description, it shows the type of readings I don't do. I don't do legal questions. I don't do health-related questions. So if you can please go ahead and just give me a different question, I will help you. Okay, Audrey, you're a Cancer, and you would like to know, you're starting a new journey. You like to know, is this a successful path? The spirits say they are guiding you to go on this path. Okay, step 1, one blow at a time. I'm getting my download. This is absolutely successful, but you have to understand, it will not be successful overnight. There are going to be a lot of times you wonder if you should give up. It is part of it. When you start the new journeys, when you are, whether this is going down like a career path or a spiritual journey by yourself, whatever it is, there are going to be a lot of times of wondering if you should give up, but you don't. You listen to the call, you listen and remember what spirit is sending around you. And if you have moments of turmoil, discomfort, it's to teach you resilience. It's to remind you of who you are. It's the as above, so below. You have to be not afraid of failure. That doesn't mean you won't have moments of feeling afraid, but you can't be afraid of failure. You're the only one that could get in your own toes. You meet the frequency of these manifestations, meaning you think into existence, but you believe and feel and walk in this existence. This is success. This is successful. All right, and we can cross these out. We'll start this one right here. Let's go with Marie. You're a Leo, and you're wanting to know if Russ is hiding something from you. Is Russ hiding something from you? Is Russ hiding something from you? I don't see. If you're wondering if it's anything to do with like being unfaithful or anything like that, no. I don't sense that this person's being unfaithful. But there is something they're keeping back. And I feel that they don't want to hurt you. They may be losing feelings. Or there may just be a little clog in your relationship right now. But it's not because of somebody else. There is some level of communication you guys aren't having. I'm always here for you. And Spirit's not saying this is something that's about to end or go away, but you can't force this person to talk about things, but maybe you guys want to more try to sit down and have a time where you can really like discuss both of your needs, your wants, your thoughts. Again, this is another masculine that even if you've created this space before, I'm giving and understand it's not an excuse for this person. Even if you've done multiple times trying to create a space for this, this is another masculine that is so embedded in domestication that even if a woman or etc. gives you that space to open up, it is your responsibility not to. It is your responsibility to not. And like the whole time that you are telling them to please do, they are hearing that parasite fighting what you're saying in their head. And there is one day with certain connections that a code is cracked. And it's like you've done it enough. There's something that gets healed. It's kind of like, I'm just giving as an example. You know, when if you ever try to rescue a dog and you can tell that it's had a life where it did not feel that it could be happy, expressing emotions or anything like that. And it takes a long time of being nice to that animal for time to happen where one day you see them awaken, break from that shell. And we're animals. Humans are animals. We may be top of the food chain if you really want to see it that way. But at the end of the day, we're mammals, we're animals, and we have all those tendencies and etc. within us. This person, I'm not giving him an excuse at all. I'm just giving you an understanding. This is obviously something you care about, so it's worth it for you. There's no other person. There is a sense of throwing themselves into work for distraction. And maybe you guys have just hit a point where it's like the kind of the magic's gone away and you've became more best friends than lovers, which, yes, you're supposed to be a best friend to who your person is. Absolutely, you want to marry or you want to be with your best friend. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be these times where the sparks do go away, and it's about actively now bringing those sparks back. Honored to help you. Let's see. For people who are saying they are members, I want you to understand, if you're a member, I'm going to see a little badge that shows me. So if you're telling me you joined the membership team and you don't have the badge, I know you're lying to me. I'm not worried about it for me, I'm worried about it for you. Those things are law of attraction things, guys. Like, they're watching. And if you're doing that in something like this, I can't even imagine where you're doing that in your actual personal life. So for you individuals, when I talk like this is a reality check. I take these as opportunities as well to, like, not just be a face that's telling you about your love life and all of these things, to be somebody that's truly giving you meat and potatoes for everything of your life. I care about you all. That's why I'm not going to just brush under the rug these type of learning lesson opportunities. A lot of readers would just scroll and say, I don't care about you. I do care. You're here for a reason. You need to pay attention. If you're trying to cut corners, lie, that comes back in your law of attraction always. All right. All right, let's see. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit more. Oops. Scroll more. Let's see. I wanted to help you guys. Let's see. Honored to help you. Hey P, yes, you can ask a yes or no question. Please make sure to put your name, your zodiac, and then that question, okay? All right, light worker love, your name is B, you're a Capricorn, and you would like to know, is the person you're thinking of right now sending you love and support? Is the person you're thinking of right now sending you love and support? Are they sending you love and support? Okay, so Spirit's wanting you to know that there could be a person in your mind right now that there's a little bit of disorganization about. I'm not saying that this person is not your soul tie, but there could be a little, I'm just hearing, you know, always follow your inner compass, but you need to listen deep hard right now. Is this intuition or is this parasite trying to make you jump to conclusions about a person? This individual, I don't see they in their structure, in their DNA right now, they even know what the word like divine or soul tie even means. They don't necessarily on purpose send you energy, but when they think of you, it is in a sense of like going against the grain, meaning this is somebody that I feel something more for, and I need to understand what this is, like the beginning of a spiritual awakening, a kundalini, which is definitely a big sign of being more than soulmates. This person, they don't intentionally send you love and support in a spiritual way, but they do think of you in a high light, and they do want what's best for you, and they do think about that there could be more with you. But you just have to remember, they don't verbalize things those ways, and actually saying those types of words may scare them off at first. So I would recommend, Spirit is recommending, wait more time before you would choose to like really ignite these next steps. Have more time of getting to know each other. Let's see. All right, we're going to do 3 more free people, and then we'll get into our next group of super chatters. So I would say you guys got about 5 minutes. If you're wanting to super chat, you got about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to do last call, okay? All right, Melenny, thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for joining. And you're a Sagittarius. You would like to know, is Bruno, or you and Bruno going to have a serious relationship? Are you and Bruno going to have a serious relationship? All right, it looks like there is some small details that they have. There's some bigger purpose. They have synchronicities. Sparkling light. I'm getting my vision right now. more migration time, but this is happy. This is something that brings lightness. This is something that brings balance. I do see you guys have much more of a story together. Okay? You're still in the beginning part. I see the sun's like rising instead of it being fully risen in your life together, which I see that as something on the rise. It's definitely not going away. There's not a secret. There's not a darkness. I mean, you're on par. Your intuition's picking up on something more with this person. Okay? I do see there's a very big possibility of you guys allowing things to be more light these next upcoming months, but maybe even more towards, like, I'm seeing December. There being like a, I'm more ready than ever. I know that this is the clearest mind I'll be before I'm ready to be with somebody, and I have to jump in head first. There's only so much. There's only so much you can be prepared before you finally say it's time to do this. So I do see it a very, very big potential. All right. All right, Michelle B. You're a Leo. You would like to know, will things get better with your family and love? Let's see. Are things going to get better with your family and love? Okay, well, you definitely are not on close ties with your friends and your family. You guys are going to get better. There are certain people that, with balance, there are certain people that you will not talk to again, or I'm hearing will have the healthy boundary with for the rest of your life through their own decisions. But there are plenty of found family members and blood family members that it's not over yet. Okay, I do see around Christmas time, there will be certain people that you get to interact back more with. If there is a specific friend, though, that you feel like, man, there's been so much going on in my life, I kind of like, I put them on the side burner too long, or I was upset and I talked to them in a way I shouldn't, and now we're in separation, there may be one person you just want to verbalize a little bit of apology to. It looks like they've already forgiven you. It's more about you forgiving yourself and then actually, like, just moving forward. Okay, this is a friend. This could be a friend that is so close you feel like they're a sister or a brother, etc. But yes, your familial love, it's more than improving. These are roller coaster bump moments, but there are certain people that there was no return, and it's a divine intervention. It's a divine protection for you. Okay. All right, spiritual serenity. You're a Cancer. Your name's Tiffany. You would like to know, is your person making the necessary changes to move forward to you? Is your person making the necessary changes to move forward to you? Fostering that mindfulness and knowing he has to stay present. Knowing where his sharp spots are. I do see a masculine that's becoming channeled with his feminine energy. I do see someone that's looking back at the hurt he's given others, and he's not just seeing everything just from his point of view anymore. He's gone through an ego death. That is a big step forward. He's broken open the shell of looking into his divine feminine nature, but he still has some time to go. He is on track, my friend. He just still has some time to go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and write down everybody that is super chatted since Nikki. This is the last call. I'll give you guys about 2 more minutes if you'd like to get on the super chatters for today. 2 more minutes. All right, Nikki. All right, and Maliki. All right, you've been added. You're gonna be in this group of super chatters, number 5. Michelle B. All right, you're number 6. You're number 6. Misty Lee. You are number 7. right. And we can scroll down. Honored to help you. Okay, I'm gonna get myself a little drink and then we'll get back into it. Also, guys, I will be going on an after stream today on Twitch at UncleBronze Official. 3 days a week minimum. I go over there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after our YouTube live streams to go ahead and decompress, get to know you guys more, play some video games, but also every single live stream over on Twitch, I give away one tarot reading for free. So over here, you guys are getting one question answers. On the Twitch, one person wins an entire free reading. So you pick a topic, and then you end up emailing me the details of your topic, and then I go ahead and I do a email tarot reading for you. I take a picture of your card spread so you have a visual representation as you're reading your answers to your questions, to whatever topic that is. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is follow me on Twitch, which is 1000% free, and comment the keyword of the chat by watching it live. It's always a different keyword every single stream. It's on my screen. So the only way you know the word is by coming to the chat and then going ahead and commenting it, and then you instantly get put into the giveaway. And then every single night, I pick one person. So you know by the end of the stream who wins. Other than that, we're going to talk really quick about also my Bali trip. So I have my next trip is actually in like 2 months. It's in June, and we're going to Bali. You guys have probably been hearing me talk a lot about the Canada adventure that's all the way in September. Well, the Bali trip sold out pretty fast last year, but I've had 2 spots that opened up, okay? So until the 28th, technically people can buy spots, and I've felt called to tell you guys about those 2 spots that are open. If you have been called to go to the Bali trip and you just didn't make it in time, or if this is the first time you're hearing it, but somehow you've been thinking about Bali or you've been wanting to take a trip, now is the time. I could see you in 2 months in Bali, and we could have an amazing experience with all of the other people part of your collective. Some things that are going to be transpiring. Well, we're getting a sound healing session. We're getting a herbal medicine lesson as well, where I'm learning with you guys from those practitioners about those things in Bali. But then I have rented out this thing called the Yoga Barn for 1 day, where I'm going to teach you guys about tarot and how to do divination tools, how to use different divination tools, and etc. Everything you need for that, I'm supplying on the trip for you guys. So the cards, the angel, like number books, and etc. Everything. I'm the one that's supplying it, and you get to take it home with you. And everybody that comes on the trip is getting a personal one-on-one reading with me in Bali. And I'm just so deeply excited. If you're interested, it's a very affordable trip. It's very affordable trip. And this is the time. I would love to have those 2 spots filled and have more people to join us on the trip. So I'm going to make sure to do a post with the link to the trip and etc. Because right now I mainly only have like the Canada one everywhere. But I'm going to make sure to put links. And if you have any questions regarding the trip, you can send me a message to contact@offprintmint.com. I'd be honored to have you on this trip with us. Okay, so now let's see anybody else that's joined in. It looks like there's one person, I think. Let's see, one person. Yep, Amore. All right, Amore. All right, so everybody I just called, that concludes the guaranteed super chatters for today. If you decide to put yourself on before I get off the stream, you will be the first people I do on tomorrow's live stream, okay? All right, cool. Now let's scroll back up. And we were starting with Peachy. Yeah, Peachy. And get a drink. All right, Beatrice. You're a Scorpio. You would like to know how's your weekend trip gonna go? You're supposed to be going with your friend. He's a Scorpio. How is your weekend trip gonna go? Let's see. Okay, willpower. Glass jaw. Do you have a crush on this person, or is it more just a friendship? Do you see the possibility of being in a relationship? The reason I ask this is because I know for a fact that this masculine has feelings for you. It is possible for people of the opposite sex to be friends, but also it is hard. But it's possible. This person is afraid of shattering your friendship by telling you what he feels. I do see this you're going to have a good time. But this masculine's not going to break the ice about if there's more between you two. If you like him, you're going to have to be the one that breaks the ice that there is some... I feel something too. Because it looks like he does not want to lose the friendship. He's a very good person. I can feel it. He's a man very in touch with his feminine nature. If you're wanting this to be more than that, I absolutely would recommend at the right time during this trip, not like just in the beginning, like you'll feel it. You'll feel when it's the right time. Break that level of break that seal for that type of communication. But there is something more. He's just, if you're thinking, oh, this is going to be the weekend he finally does it, I don't see that because he doesn't want to lose you. That's really where it's coming from. All right. All right, Beatrice, that was number 2, Beatrice. But Peachy, you were number 1, and there was a reason I went in and saw Beatrice. Peachy, you became a member. You were wanting just a general pull, but you're in with Beatrice's energy as well. Okay? General pull for Peachy. Let's expand off that. You probably have an event or something that's coming up as well. You have a friend that you like, or you're wondering if it's gone back to that. Somebody needs to get out of their own head. Okay, you have a friend. It's a medium. You're not friends. You're friends with benefits. You're not, it's obvious, like you guys have hooked up and stuff. You're not just platonic friends. But you guys could have gone to, I feel like this is something in the past. Did you go a couple of weeks ago or something to an event with a potential lover or a potential partner? And it went well, but for some reason, you guys haven't really talked. There's been this mysterious energy between you two since then. And you're just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it went well, but we're not... like, you used to see each other every week. Or just something has changed, and you have pulled back your energy because you're like, I'm not fucking chasing this person. They're getting in their head. There are certain things that they feel... they didn't express to you. This is not anything you did. It's actually something, and go with me, it's something you didn't do, which is pressure them. You didn't pressure them to, you've always done things so unconditionally is what I'm hearing. Other people, there was strings attached. Oh, I want to hang out with you. I want to go ahead and take you to this event, but now you owe me something. And you're never like that. You're just like, hey, this is happening. I'd love to experience it with you. And there's guilt. There is guilt somewhere in this person, my friend. Okay? Spirit's wanting you to know that you will have a reunion with this person. They need to pick up their big boy pants, though. And I'm saying it that way because it does look like Spirit's even telling me they've nudged this individual. Their Spirit has nudged them and is like, hey, you do got something to say. This person is not going to continue, and they're not going to chase you at all. They're not a chaser anymore. Spirit's wanting you to know to go ahead and allow this connection more time. Understand you're not tripping. There is a reason for your disconnect. It's not just because. But you didn't do anything, and they need to go ahead and just talk to you. All right. Honored to have you guys here. Okay. Now, number 3. Caden. All right, you want to know, does Elisa Chan have feelings and thinking towards you? Does she love you? Okay. Does Alicia have feelings for Caden? What does she think about him? Let's see. All right. You're a very successful person, okay? And what I'm sensing is, have you had feminines in the past who wanted you for more what you had than who you are? So you have a high guard when it comes to love. You do not instantly give your heart, and I understand why. There is an energy where with your success, light is going to attract everything. Light attracts all forms of, and this is just an example. I'm not calling any human or this girl in this category. This is just an example. Light fixtures attract all bugs. Beautiful looking ones, dangerous ones, poisonous ones, safe ones. When you're a light force, you're going to attract all energy, and it comes down to that spiritual protection and discernment. You changed your pattern with women. You used to be more attracted first, of course, it's a process, to physical appearance, and then you would kind of go inwards to like, oh man, does she actually give a fuck about me type of energy. This woman she is a leader. She is somebody that you do not have to carry. She carries herself. I feel somebody that she is not going to be ready anytime soon for commitment, okay? She doesn't say the word love, just like, kind of like you. Like, you are feeling this pull to this person because how attracted you are to her independency, her feminine beauty, while still being a masculine force in this world, a leader, a go-getter. But you see her as your feminine. There is more here. There is so much more between you and this connection. She does think of you. She is attracted to you. She's not in love with you. I see this kind of as a green flag. You can know you love somebody. You can see the potential right when you meet them, but individuals who go instant to like, I'm in love and you're everything and love bomb. It's a lot of time just fireworks, and it's just a person that runs off impulse, not consistency. She's consistent. She is somebody that you're not going to chase, but there is more. She expects more out of whoever she's going to be with than other women you've been with. Spirit says don't give up on this. They want you to take it day by day. They want you to see that this is progressing into something more. And the humongous thing is you changed your actions. You allowed yourself to see what toxic tendencies you were attracted to. Because just like we discussed quite a bit about the toxic tendencies that some feminines have been taught to see as with masculines as green flags, here are some things us masculines are re-teaching ourselves are not green flags. A woman being willing to a woman who is just willing to throw out her body, no matter how beautiful or etc. she is. There's a difference between you feel the vibe with somebody and you hook up or whatever. There's difference. But a woman who just totally like flaunts herself is always going to be not looking for what you're wanting. You can't expect to turn a certain type of woman or a certain type of man. I'm not just picking up on just women here, okay? You can't expect a certain type of person to be able to be morphed into a healthy partner. If you guys get my drift. You had your time of fun. You had your time of experience, and you're not this player individual. You're just somebody that knows what they want and doesn't waste time. And they're telling you that you're not wasting time with Alicia, okay? It will, though, take more time, more communication, and I am hearing as well, she'll want you to meet her friends. She'll want you to meet her family before you guys really can even take those next steps. So those types of things she asks you to interact and go with mean more than the word love. But this is great, okay? cross that one out. All right, number 4. Number 4, Nikki. All right, you're a Gemini. Well, you and Brad, you want to know if you and Brad will run away and... Okay. Other questions I don't do are like confirming if somebody's going to get married and things like that, because that is a lot of energy to confirm in a live reading. Okay, you have other people part of your collectives here. And yes, we can definitely verify if somebody's a soul tie. We can verify if somebody is a karmic, a soulmate. Things like, is this my divine counterpart? Are we going to get married? Are we twin flames? Those are so high intense energies that take specifically only having you in front of me, a deep dive reading, a personal reading to confirm. And my universal truth is, if a reader at any point on a live or etc. is bold-faced willing to tell you somebody is your divine counterpart or you're getting married to somebody, my universal truth, you need to look deeper into who that is. Do they have pure intentions? Do they care about gaining you clarity or just telling you what you want to hear? Because I can tell you, I am far from the only reader who agrees with what I'm saying right now. The people who I know are positive and true readers agree with what I'm saying, that those types of questions just cannot be 1000% accurate unless it's a personal reading, okay? So please refresh yourself on what I am willing and not willing to do readings on lives so I can give you the clarity. I don't do marriage questions. I don't do questions involving health. I don't do questions involving legal matters. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to readjust your question, okay? All right, so you want to know if you and Brad, let's go ahead and say, are you guys soulmates? Does it look like your soul ties? Is there any energy here that you guys are going to go on a trip together? Okay. All right, so it does look like impulse. I'm here for you. This person, there is a lot of impulse revolving. You guys have a lot more time together. A lot more time. But is this the correct time to get married? You know, I'm not saying that you have to have this big, crazy marriage or you have to have this certain amount of money or whatever. You could literally elope. That's cool. But is it really the right time? Or are you guys just trying to escape something? Okay? What Spirit's wanting you to know right now is this is a soul tie. You do bring a balance to each other. You do have far more of a story. But maybe right now would not be the best time to try to run away and do some life big change. You guys should maybe just go together and have an experience. Have an experience. Continue to build this bond. But the choice is yours. Spirit is guiding you to understand that trying to run into marriage, it looks very much impulse based. And getting married does not solve everything. People think that getting married is going to solve things or having children is going to solve things, and it doesn't. You got to be prepared really, really for those moments, not doing it to try to fix something. All right? But yes, they are a soul tie. There is more in your story. Next person. All right. Maliki. You would like a general pull. Let's give you a general pull. All right. So Spirit's really proud of you for the schedule you've been organizing. You've been allowing yourself to get more sleep and more relaxation. You know, there was a high stress. I'm feeling like your body could have even been going, like you could have been getting like forms of like, are you somebody that when you get really stressed, you get interesting? There's a lot of people here, but this feels very, very centered. Are you a person when you get stressed, you can like get seizures or like pass out or something like that? I'm not diagnosing you with anything, but it feels like there's something that is stress related. Does a certain rash come out on your body, or does something happen when you get really, really stressed? And those types of visual reactions, whatever it is, that is not for nothing. Stress is a killer. Stress can can just take years off your life. And Spirit's saying you have been noticing before those events happen, or even panic attacks. Like, you know what's going to provoke a panic attack in you. Instead of putting yourself in those moments, you are protecting your inner peace. Spirit's very proud of you. If you're feeling stagnant right now, they want you to understand you're just in flow. There is not a stagnancy happening around you. This is in flow. You are on like a lazy river right now. And in case you don't know what a lazy river is, it's just like, it's like one of those things where people ride on put themselves like on tubes, and it's just a steady flow for like hours on a river, etc. It's still moving though. The current is going and you can't stop the current. If you still try to fight against the current, even though it's a lazy river, you're going to still continue to get pushed. So Spirit's letting you know that you're on par. You're on track, and the responsibilities, you really are putting them into play. All right. Next person, number 6, which is Michelle. All right, number 6, Michelle. What do we got for you? You're wanting a fresh new start in love, aren't you? You're going to be pulling in a new connection. Did you just ask if it was a new or old? Because I heard, what I heard them say is no when I said, is it a new or old connection? New or old connection? It's new. If there's somebody you're wondering is going to come back from your past, this next romantic soul tie that's going to bring you wish fulfillment, it looks like somebody that you have never been able to meet or dive into a deep conversation with in this lifetime. There maybe there's a chance you've seen them before. Maybe it's a friend group thing or a place you frequent. Do you frequent like a bar or a restaurant, etc.? This sounds really, really random, but when they're this random, they're very important. There's something about them wearing really nice pants. I know that sounds so weird, but maybe like they got a whole suit, like a nice tailored suit, and there's something about their pants. Okay. Okay, and now I am starting to see a little bit more. In the most professional way possible, you're going to like the way this dude's booty looks in his pants. That's what you're going to get attracted to. Masculines here who aren't aware, feminines love the booty. And they do. You got a nice butt. That's an attraction to them. That's something I learned. That's something I learned throughout time. It's like a lot of women or just feminines, they look at that just like you probably do with them. So that's going to be a sign for you about them. Okay, next person. All right. Number 7. Misty. All right, you are V, you're a Libra. You would like to know, want to know, should you give the relationship with the Virgo another try? Why did it really end before? Let's see. Should you give them a try? Why did it end before? Try before. So let's dive first into why it ended before. No self-control, not being able to speak up, not knowing when to talk. All right, so the feminine was dealing with, okay, go with me here. It's a different flavor of it. I'm just getting a download. What they told me is she has a different, it's not funny, but it's the way they're making me say it that's funny. She has a different flavor of abandonment issue. And what they're meaning by that for me is, your abandonment issue was that other people will like chase normally. Your abandonment issue was that you retreated as soon as you felt these times of like, you didn't realize that you had these tendencies because it's not all just one or the other. Your person, they had a way where they could probably speak really loud, and loud noise, it's a trigger for you. you grew up in some form of a household where yelling or screaming was like normal, and you're like, I'm not going to have this be my normal when I grow up. And it became a trigger. You would become recluse instantly. And this other person, I am hearing that they have a very loud voice. They went through the same thing as you, but they went a different way about it. They kind of like, I'm hearing, and that tends to happen with masculines and feminines. Not always, it can be reversed, but a lot of times if you grow up in that area and you're a masculine, the wounded masculine will become the yeller, will become that type of thing until they choose to do the inner work. And the feminine will become the mute, the recluse, holding self back until there's enough work done. And you guys, you definitely have a yin-yang with this, okay? You didn't realize when you would go mute how much it would destroy this person inward. I'm not giving you, though, I'm not saying that you did something wrong. You were protecting yourself. There was a trigger. Your abandonment triggered their anger and vice versa. Because you both have different, okay, that's why they're saying it that way. You both have abandonment issues, but they're different flavors. And that is the thing that you guys are going to be able to really unpack together. Okay? This is separation for further growth. Is Spirit telling you you should give it back? Another try? Absolutely, but don't go full force into it. You need to get to know each other again. You are two totally different people than when you last knew each other. But your souls, your existence, this is soul tie energy. Okay? There is an unfinished story between you two. Just allow this to not be seen as going backwards. This is a whole new book together. You don't need to reread the last one. All right. All right, number 8. Amore. You would like to know, are you ever going to be able to find your person? Are you going to be able to find your person? Main event, final match, deep anticipation. Masculine that's balanced within his feminine and his masculine nature. Absolutely. This is not a lifetime where you're supposed to be alone. I feel like you've been asking that to your guides. You're like, am I just going to be alone? No, you're not. And you are going to find the father figure for your child is what I'm hearing as well. What I'm hearing right now is maybe there is an absent father, or he does his best, but maybe his best is nothing. It's an interesting energy. You probably have a good father figure for your child, which could maybe even be your own father, or etc. It's like the grandpa's taking on that complete role of being the masculine for your daughter. And that's great. That's amazing. But there's a difference between having a grandpa and then, for some people, they're raised by their grandparents. I'm not talking about that dynamic. That is like totally different. But if you are, your daughter is going to have somebody that they call their father is what I'm hearing. Okay. And this connection, what I'm hearing is you're going to be stepping into each other's energy. They're going to have a mutual so they could maybe have a child themselves. So when you go into this connection with this person, both of you are like, I don't like entertaining connections that aren't aware that my child is a package deal with me. They will always be my first importance. And this person understands because they have the same dynamic as well as you. Okay, your person, you are meant to meet in this lifetime. This is not a lifetime of you being alone. But there is a lot more to unpack together. For some reason the stone amethyst is really, really resonating with me with you. You may have an amethyst stone and you may want to just carry it around with you. Amethyst is great for anti-anxiety and relief, etc. Or this person, their birthstone could be an Aquarius. Okay, they could be an Aquarius because I meant to say amethyst, but I said, and that is, Aquarius stones are amethyst. Your person could be an Aquarius or their moon's an Aquarius. But yes, you are supposed to meet somebody in this lifetime, and you will have somebody that's going to be a true father figure for your child. Honored to help you. right, let's see if anybody added themselves to the super chatters since you, my friend. Okay, it does not look like it. So, what we're gonna do now, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, offprintmint.com. That's linked in my bio, and you can instantly go there to schedule a reading, okay? When you get on the home page, there is going to be a button that says click here to schedule your reading. If you know what you're wanting, if you already know the topic, etc., you can just click that. If you're somebody that wants to see all my available services, when you get to the home page, if you look at the top right-hand corner, there's going to be like 3 horizontal lines. That's a drop-down menu. So you click on it, you're going to see the My Services tab. Click on the words My Services. Then that page shows everything. My general readings, my deep dive readings. It shows like I have my apprenticeship program. I have my inner child and inner teenage healing sessions, okay? If you're interested in seeing anything else and scheduling one of those, go to my website. Another thing I want to refresh people on is I do now accept Afterpay. So if you're somebody that's not aware of what that is, Afterpay is a dope company that lets you buy goods and services up front and pay throughout time with no interest. I believe they split it up in like every 2-week payments, or maybe it's based off of how you get paid. Like maybe it'll be weekly, or I think that's what you tell them. You tell them what your pay schedule is, and then they work with you. And they split it up into like 4 payments. So I accept Afterpay, and I still accept everything else like PayPal. I basically accept everything now. I can do I can do debit cards, I can do PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all of that stuff. But I also have the Afterpay as an option for you guys to make things more affordable, etc. Other than that, the cards we use today is my Boxer's Oracle. It's the first Oracle deck I have ever created, and I currently do have them in stock on my website. Again, you can go link in the bio, and right when you click on the home page, actually there I've put a button that says click here to buy your Oracle deck, making it way easier. You just click on that and it takes you right there. If you do choose to go ahead and support my small business, I actually add some other stuff in there for you as well. I have 2 really cool like spiritual based stickers that are high quality that I put in there for you guys. I also have 2 other little spiritual gifts that are surprises that I put in there, and I give a handwritten thank you note for supporting yours truly, my small business, and helping me be able to create even more decks and products for you guys, etc. Other than that, if you are interested in joining us for the after stream, in about 15 to 20 minutes, I am going to migrate over there. You still have a chance to get a free reading tonight if you hadn't gotten one here. Over there, my Twitch the handle is UncleBronze Official, and I give away 1 free entire reading over there. Over here, it's 1 question, but one person over there gets to pick a topic, and then we do an email reading where basically you email me all the details for your reading, and then I'm going to give you an email reading back, and I take a picture of your spread so you have a visual representation while you are reading your reading. And then all you have to do to enter to that is follow me on Twitch, which is completely free. Watch the active live stream and comment the keyword in the chats. The keyword changes every single stream. It's on my screen. So the only way you're going to know that keyword is by joining the active live. Other than that, the last thing we're going to talk about today is, again, I'm going to highlight the Bali trip for the ones who came in after I last talked about it. So you guys have heard me talking about my Canada trip for a while. I have another trip that's planned before it, which is in Bali, and it's in 2 months, in June. I have not been talking about that one because about a year ago, it sold out. But in the past couple of weeks, 2 spots have became open. And you have technically until the 28th to put yourself on the trip. If you've been called to go to the Bali trip, but it was already sold out by the time you went to look, if you have been receiving signs about going on an adventure, or even Bali within itself, this is a very affordable trip. Very affordable trip. And I would be honored to experience Bali with you. There are so many activities that are going to be entailed with it. Yes, we're going and we're seeing spiritual sites and etc. Going to the temple, but Also, there are going to be 2 lessons that I'm actually learning with you, with practitioners there. They're going to teach us about how to make herbal medicine. They're going to teach us about sound and water healing. And then one of the days I have rented out this place called the Yoga Barn, where I'm going to give you a divination lesson. Basically, divination, this is divination. Any form of spiritual tools to channel messages from the ether. We will sit down in there and I'll have spiritual gift bags for you guys, full of all the tools, cards, etc. that you would use towards this lesson. I'm going to teach you how to do a specific beginner spread and how you can use these tools as powers for when you go home as well. And you get to take them home. Everybody also receives a one-on-one personal reading with yours truly in Bali. It's freaking epic. And there is so much other stuff that will be entailed, like going to certain restaurants and etc. And just at the top of my head right now, I'm decompressing from doing this for over 2 hours. So certain things are kind of starting to, I just feel myself more decompressing than being able to remember certain things right now. But I'm going to make sure to put on my Instagram, on my TikTok, and on my YouTube the links, etc. to the Bali trip. You have 7 days if you're wanting to go on that trip to claim it. 2 spots. And yeah, that's where I'm going to go ahead and conclude it for today, guys. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me on the after part. It means a deep amount to me when you guys sit there and do that. It looks like Misty Lee, you just added yourself to the Super Chatters. Thank you for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on. You'll be the first one I do tomorrow, okay? Look out on my stories and my YouTube community tab for when we're going live. It will be either 7:30 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I just have to see how the flow of responsibilities happens tomorrow to see if it'll be 7:30 or 8:30 p.m. But yeah, guys, that's what we got. I'm going to go ahead now and give myself a little 15-20 minute break. And we'll be right on Twitch at UncleBronze Official to do our after stream. And that is also linked in my social media platform or on my YouTube profile page. You can go there and you'll see the link to my Twitch. Thank you guys for being here. If I don't see you on the after stream in about 20-ish minutes, then I'll see you guys tomorrow for our next stream. Have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.